Welcome back to the Deep Biggest Sports Pod. I'm your host, Drew, my other host right over there.
What's up? It's D. Good to see you again. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe and drop some comments below. Let us know your thoughts.
We hope your year is started off well. We hope it's all glory holes for you guys because there's no glory holes with Jerry Jones in Dallas. He hired Brian Schottenheimer, a guy, coach's son, been around the league for a while, but a lot of pushback, a lot of people saying they buried it on a Friday night in the news cycle. And I mean, no one's really excited for this hire. I don't think it's the worst. I don't think it's gonna be like terrible, but it's definitely not great for seeing what they just did to get rid of Mike McCarthy.
It was kind of shocking, right? I mean, that was kind of my first impression. Like, what?
Well, according to Jerry Jones, he's like, this is the biggest risk an owner can take. This is the biggest risk anyone can take, and I'm doing it. Like he's trying to spin this so in his favor, but it's just like Jerry, this is the biggest risk because you force yourself to take this risk.
Yeah, it's like I don't understand it because realistically, there was some buzz to this job. Like, and I didn't think that there would be. The fact that they couldn't get a deal done with Mike McCarthy, it should have spoke volumes about where the franchise was as a whole. Realistically, Mike McCarthy just being like, you know what, I'm good. Like I'm just gonna take off. Like you're not gonna fire me. We're not gonna get it. I'm asking for this because I understand that we're in a tumultuous situation here. We talked about it during the season. There is so much money tied up between Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons is gonna get a new deal. Like they're not gonna be able to build a roster really, and their roster wasn't good this year. So I don't think it was a very desirable job, but for some reason there was buzz. You had Deion Sanders, his hat was in the ring. After that buzz kind of died down, it was more Kellen Moore is going to be the guy. I heard people saying that was the best, like the worst kept secret, that everyone knew that Kellen Moore was going to be the new coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And then all of a sudden, out of left field, maybe a day before it's announced, you're hearing Brian Schottenheimer is getting real buzz. Oh, they're going to bring him back. Like, what, like, and then it's announced. And it's like, what? And then Jerry Jones just making like, he kind of shit on his own hire. Like he's like, I know that this guy has no experience whatsoever, and it's like he did like his press conferences were bad, and I just don't understand the logic to get to this point because it's not like it's been amazing offense and it's been so lights out that we need to hire this guy because if not we are going to lose him. He can probably go get another job, but he's not getting a head coaching job somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Here's my main takeaway from this whole thing. Did Brian Schottenheimer have an opening press conference yet? Did he do one? Like
It's all Jerry, baby.
I'm genuinely asking, did Brian Schottenheimer have a press conference? Because I've seen zero clips, I've seen zero takes on what he said or anything. Like, has he genuinely had his coaching press conference? Like, Jerry Jones is up there fucking giving all of what Jerry does, and it's dominating the headline and it's dominating the story when it's like, can we just not be happy for this guy for a day that he got the job of the Dallas Cowboys, like one of the biggest name teams in the league, and it's being overshadowed by the fucking owner who can't just step back and let the team get run by guys that know football?
He's not just the owner though. He's the owner, he's the GM, and I heard Mike Greenberg talking about this like pregame before like the games, the championship games. He was like, and with this move, it feels like Jerry Jones has just anointed himself as the head coach. Like he's saying that it feels like a lot of people are just going to look past Schottenheimer and look straight to Jerry Jones and be like, what are we doing? And on that panel, Adam Schefter like lost his shit. He was like so offended by it. He was like, how dare you say that? Like, oh, that's not how it's going to be. And Greenberg was like, well, look at like on this set, we have photos. Look at that one right there. And they pan to it, and it's a photo of Dak Prescott on the field pregame and Jerry Jones patting him on the shoulder. And it's like, that should tell you everything you need to know. Jerry Jones is the judge, the jury, and the executioner when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys. He does need to take a step back, but that's not happening. He just wants to do it Jerry's way. And the only, like, they didn't go out and get a Jim Harbaugh or Sean Payton when they have the resources to do that. Like, they have the name brand to get one of those guys that they should have gotten last year, and they just don't do it because he does not want to relinquish any power of Dallas Cowboys because he thinks he is the brand.
Yeah, and like I was telling you off camera too, is I think I was watching Rich Eisen and they were playing like snippets of audio and talking about the Cowboys head coaching situation, and they were like, "We're talking about the hire of the Cowboys head coach. We've played 3 audio clips and none of them have been from the head coach." So yeah, Jerry Jones, he's eating this shit up right now. Like he is loving that he has full control of this team. He doesn't want to bring in. Do you think if he brought in Deion Sanders, like Deion would just quietly do whatever Jerry Jones suggests to him? No, like
100% no.
he would run his program the way he wants to run it, or he's out the door. And so I think that's partly why, you know, Deion's not dumb. He's not going to go over there and just be somewhere where he doesn't have full control of what he's doing over his team.
Yeah, and it's not to say that Schottenheimer is unqualified. Who knows? Maybe this does turn out to be a very good head coaching hire, but you got to understand that it is more likely that it is just because it is a guy that Jerry feels like he has under his thumb.
Yeah, and I guess at a certain point too, like you're on that staff, they're offering you a head coaching job. You don't know if you're really not a guy that was getting buzzed to get a head coaching job. I guess you try to look on the bright side and like, well, what happens if I say no? Is he gonna like fire me because like we're gonna get a different staff in here? I guess I'll just do it and hopefully we win some games and then I look great. So I don't blame him at all for like taking this job, and I do think they'll be okay. Like they're gonna be a 8 win
No,
team.
I don't
Like
think so.
Dak Prescott healthy, CeeDee Lamb is amazing. If they could draft a running back, the defense would get Mike Parsons healthy, get Overshown healthy, like maybe.
But now the division has gotten so much more competitive. I mean, if you look at the Washington Commanders, they're a young up and coming team. We just seen they made it to the NFC Championship. You have the Philadelphia Eagles who just made it who now punched their ticket to the Super Bowl, beating those Commanders. And then you have a wild card in the New York Giants. What are they going to do?
Shador and Dable dapping each other up.
They are looking to revamp and really kind of take this offseason to make it their own. And then again, you have a lot of money tied up into just a few guys on this Dallas Cowboys roster. I just don't know how much better they're going to be. I think that the offense is not going to be a problem for them, if I'm going to be completely honest. It hasn't been, I mean, so far. I mean, obviously it looks worse when Dak Prescott's not in there, but I think that Schottenheimer has proven that he is a good OC, that he's very capable. I just, again, if you're looking at the landscape of it, was he going to get another head coaching job anywhere else? I doubt it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys let us know in the comments how you're feeling about this head coaching signing. It's going to be a train wreck. And please comment, please subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you on the next one.
Later.